What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Chart Striker. This is Dana. Hope all of you have had a good day so far and have been feeling good and so on and so forth. Bitcoin has just been hanging in there. Not much has changed, but I do expect some volatility to show up tomorrow, so we better be ready for that because I think it's gonna be a bit interesting tomorrow. We will see what happens. We got the BTC options expiring tomorrow, so we will see. We're definitely gonna see some movement. We will see if it's gonna be to the upside or the downside and discuss it and talk about what we see right now. But not a lot of new development really, except that volatility is incoming. Like I can see that clearly. So we gotta be prepared for that. Hold on, just gonna fix volume. Good guys, sound good, everything good. Let me know. I think it's good. I think it's good. We can continue. So mark everybody else that has that's here. Like welcome to the show. Okay, let's get into it. So let me start by telling you that 1.48 billion in Bitcoin options is to expire tomorrow. Okay, we will see if this 22k region holds, if we ever get even below 22.8 for a start. But it's coming. I think like this is just my idea, like just my thoughts, nothing to do with TA. Okay, I think it will be favoring the bulls, but we will see what happens. This is not TA, this is just my own opinion. Okay, just my own idea, so do not get it confused. Because the bears have been we've been fighting for how long now? We've been going sideways, consolidating for a while. Okay, the bears' best effort is really not giving Bitcoin any hard time. If you look at things, they've been trying, but every time we pull back, what happens? We push back up. We pull back down, we push back up. So tomorrow it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. I think it will vastly benefit the bulls. We still haven't. Thing is, we still haven't broken this level, 23,350, and we're still below this trend line that I spoke about yesterday. Like when I say ASAP, this trend line has to be broken like tomorrow at latest, when we see the volatility coming in, so we can see some good action. Otherwise we might pull back just a little bit, just a little bit if it fails again. Now let's go on to the daily and see what's going on. So there's still indecision in the market, guys. There's still a fight going on. You already know about the bad divergence that has been building for a while now. Okay, it's still here. I mean, it could have been worse. Bitcoin could have been looking worse, but it's hanging in there really. We still got positive momentum on the oscillators, okay? That hasn't changed either. It's just that, it's kind of losing this positive strength just a little bit. But we're hanging in there on the daily, like we can't deny that. Like there's still fights going on between the bulls and the bears, guys. Let's have a look at the 4-hourly. Okay, 4-hourly. We could pull back just a little bit. It's just, look, in short, Bitcoin is just consolidating right now. We are still, within this box or channel, whatever you like to call it. Not much has happened. Okay, Negative momentum on the oscillators, looking at the 4-hourly. Looks like that type B divergence we had, at these levels kind of played out. We came all the way to $23,800. We pulled back down below this trend line. Not the best. And we're going sideways at the moment. Now we could pull back, looking at the lower time frames. We could pull back if we lose the support around, let's say, 22.8-ish. Okay. Then, okay, we could go a bit more further down to at least, 20. This box right here. 22.5 to lows of 22,000, still possible. Looking at the lower time frames, could happen. Looking at the daily, it's still pretty much just fighting, they're still fighting. Fight is going on. But tomorrow's gonna be interesting. I hope so, because sideways regions are so boring. Yeah, they're boring, but it's part of it. We just, gotta get used to it also. But I understand it's boring. Many of us think it's boring, actually. Bitcoin's recovery will completely revive the crypto market. Yeah, it's gonna give it a nice push, at least, one more leg up, one more nice leg up. Looking at many markets, it could be so. If we see Bitcoin, come all the way to like 24.2-ish to 25.2-ish, it's very possible that could happen. But yeah, the sideways action is pretty much boring. I understand that feeling. I feel it too sometimes, but there's not much one can do. Just, move on with other things in life while this, does its thing pretty much. But yeah, as long as 22.8 is holding, we won't see it fall a bit more further down. If we break 22.8-ish dollars, okay, then we could see it, pull back a bit more further down. It's always important to see if support levels hold, like the first one, second one, and so on. So right now we are still, above the first support level. Looking at the hourly, looking at the 4-hourly, we're still good. We're still fine. Let's do a fast TA on the hourly as well, and then we'll move on with the next market. We got negative momentum on the oscillators, MACD, bearish on the hourly. If we look at this, let me just draw it for you guys. And see if we can make any sense of what I'm seeing. Hold on. Yeah, there is some type of descending triangle, descending triangle on the Bitcoin chart. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's gonna fall, just because we see it, but just, from this point to this point, okay? If you see resistance as something like this, let me pick up another chart instead. We've got too many drawings on the other one. Not the most, perfect triangle, but just want to move on to the next altcoin. So we're just going to do this real fast. Something like this, okay? We do have a descending triangle, as you guys can see. Like if we break, a bit further, and you guys see like all the way to 22.8, we do have, some type of support. Like I can pull this down a bit more. The triangle is not the most perfect one, but I'm just trying to, show you visually, give you a visual picture on it. So we do have this descending triangle, got resistance at this level, support around these areas. Just so you're aware, okay? So that's why I said on the lower time frames, hourly, 4-hourly, looks like it wants, you know, to go a bit more lower, but a warning, like for me, a warning would be if we close any 4-hourly candle, any hourly candle below 22.8, especially for hourly candle, okay, then I'd expect us, you know, to go a bit more further down to the second support area, okay? But as long as 22.8-ish levels around that level hold, then we are fine. Are you tracking whales at these times? Because if they're buying Bitcoins, it's true. I'm not really tracking the whales at the moment. But look, the 4 most likely scenarios based on the current price action, like right now at the moment, between $20,000 and $21,000, there is 12,800 calls versus 7,100 puts, okay? The net result favors bulls by $115 million, okay? This is the first one. Second scenario, between $21,000, like if, you know, price goes a bit lower to $21,000 to $22,000, then we got 17,600 calls versus 2,800 puts, okay? The net result favors bulls by $320 million. Third scenario, between $22,000 and $23,000, we got 21,200 calls versus 1,100 puts. Bulls will be remaining in control, you know, profiting $455 million, okay? Like if we do not close anywhere below, you know, 22,000 and stay, you know, between 22 to 23,000. And the fourth scenario is between 23,000 and 24,000, like if we, you know, go a bit more higher, stay above 23,000, which we are not doing right now, then 25,300 calls versus 0 puts. Then bulls completely are gonna be dominating the expiry, okay? Tomorrow's expiry, that is. They're gonna be, you know, making up to $595 million. So we will see what happens. We will see what happens. Like if Bitcoin price remains above $22,800, only $38 million worth of these sell options will be available, okay? So for the bears to take over, like for the bears to benefit out of the expiry tomorrow, the bears need to push the price below $21,000 already, like within 24 hours, okay? Already below, you know, between, you know, within 24 hours, they have to push the price down below $21,000 to reduce their losses. Like bears are already in loss. You know that short squeeze we had? I mean, the shorters got wrecked hard, you know, this January, very hard. So they have, you know, less margin right now to do anything major, but we never know what could happen in the market, okay? Like I said, in my opinion, I think the BTC options expiry, you know, as long as Bitcoin is above $22,000 or a bit higher, it could be nice for the bulls. That's what we should, you know, remember, okay? And of course, I told you about the 4 different scenarios and so on and so forth, but we should remember that as well. If we can close above $22,000 or, you know, higher, we'll see what happens within 24 hours. Lower time frames, fine. pullback possible, okay? But as long as we hold above the loss of $22,000, it's gonna give the bulls a decent chance to take this home, okay? So yeah, that's Bitcoin. Hope I explained it well enough. Let's have a look at Ethereum now. Looks like we just started developing our first negative momentum on Ethereum's daily chart, okay? We do got, like I already discussed, that we had this bad divergence, growing and so on and so forth on one of the oscillators at least, okay? That was clear, very clear to see. And we do have this negative momentum just starting to build right now. I'm guessing MACD, yes, MACD, just turned bearish pretty much. It's quite going on. We could see a pullback, guys, on the lower time frames. Like on the daily, it's kind of neutral. Like we're going sideways if you think about it, okay? But on the lower time frames, we are below this level right here. First of all, below $1,600. Okay, that's also a little important level. We could pull back all the way to around 1,560-ish to all the way here, really, to the loss of $1,500. Lower time frames, kind of implying that we could, pull back. On the hourly, we do have a different support zone, which is around 1,580-ish, okay? We lose that on the hourly, then we are gonna be pulling back a bit more. Just keep that in mind. This was a nice run, when we held support twice, we retested support and then we had a run, good. But right now, I'd be a bit cautious, especially if we break below 1,580-ish on the hourly, then most likely that we pull back, a bit more, okay? We got this hourly resistance around, the top of this box as well. This is not just for the hourly, it's for the 4 hourly, pretty much the same. So yeah, that's Ethereum. Like I could go through the westerns. For hourly, we got some positive momentum on the oscillators. MACD is bullish, fine. RSI is below neutral at the moment. We just turned back down a little bit. On the hourly, like look, short time frames. Looks like the bears are playing with the the market right now. Just very short time frames, okay? Because on the daily, their minds have not been made up yet. Neither the bears, neither the bulls. We still gotta give them some time. I still do think tomorrow's BTC options expiring could favor the bulls, but this is not TA. This is just my opinion, based on some things that we know. So we'll see what happens. I think there is a bullish flag pattern in the ETH USDT1 hourly frame. Bullish flag pattern. Let's see now. We could just draw it and see if makes any sense. Yeah, there definitely is. We will see if we can break to the upside, but kind of looking a bit weak at the same time, looking at other indicators on Ethereum. So yeah, very short term, like very short term. We could, pull back a bit, okay, to around 1,580-ish, something like that. If that doesn't hold, a bit lower. These bull flags, they do not always play out. It's like a 60-40 thing. It implies one thing, okay, but it doesn't always mean it's gonna be respected. But it's good to spot them out. Good lookout mark. It's good to spot them out and just to be aware of things. Excuse the bull flag. It's not like drawn perfectly, but I just, wanted to see. And yeah, we're above the heart line right now. At the moment, at least. We'll see what happens. As this show goes on, we can come back to it and see what's going on. Alright, shall we move on? Hold on. Hourly MACD is also bearish. Our side below neutral pretty much. Like, volatility is gonna be interesting, okay? When volatility catches up with Bitcoin, it is gonna be interesting to see how, who is gonna, win this market for now. Bulls or bears? It's gonna be interesting to see. I still think when it comes to Bitcoin, since we've still not, broken, major critical areas, this is still there's still a possibility that we come up to these levels unless we close below certain areas. Then I'm gonna change my mind, but right now there's still a chance. If you ask me, still there's a chance. It's not out of the question yet. Right, let's move on with the next one and see what's going on. Quant hit resistance. We almost came and touched this box also, almost, at least at the bottom of this box. It went as high as $165. This box starts at around 167, like $2 away. So kind of broke major resistance. Thing is, we didn't, see any daily candle close above that level. So which means we couldn't, come inside this box, okay? Looking, to me, it's looking a bit exhausted. Looks like bulls are a bit exhausted when it comes to quant at the moment. We are around, some type of around $146. If we can't see it hold around 146, 144-ish dollars, this could pull back a bit more lower to around 141-ish, 138-ish dollars. So, and I'm talking about the lower time frames, like much lower time frames. Okay, so we got this support around between 144 to 146. Okay, on the hourly, on the 4 hourly, pretty much the same. But on the daily, at the moment, bulls are looking a bit exhausted, guys. Just a bit exhausted. It's look, prior daily candle closed with the red candle, pretty much, a strong one. Can't call it bearish engulfing candle, but a strong one. We still have positive momentum on the oscillators. MACD is still bullish. RSI has reset at the moment. It's still resetting. Okay, we do have this bad divergence as well, looking at both the oscillators. On the 4-hourly, we have this nice divergence that is building on both oscillators at the moment. So yeah, this support between 146 to 144 could help the bulls push a little bit, at least to at least $156, $160. But we will see. We'll have to give it some time. I do not see any signs of a reversal yet on the 4-hourly, except for the nice divergence that is developing. I don't see anything on the 4-hourly. On the hourly, I can argue that there is some signs of the bears being a bit weak. Like, they are getting weaker, they are starting to get tired. Okay, so we'll see what happens. But on the hourly, we have resistance around $156 as well. Okay, so we'll see what happens with Kant. And support, pretty much like I told you, between 144 to 146, we got some support. Okay, we got negative momentum on the hourly. Fine. Negative momentum on the oscillators as well. Yeah, there is no nice divergence really. Well, at least on one of the oscillators, okay, type B divergence, but otherwise not much. Okay, it's holding on though. It's holding on. If we break below $144, even an hourly close or a 4-hourly close, it means we could pull back a bit more deeper, at least to these levels. Okay, for a start, and then we'll take it from there on the next show. If we're close to these levels and I do not see that the bears are losing momentum, then we know we can pull back all the way to these levels. But right now, at the moment, hourly, bears are starting to get tired, so we will see what happens. Okay, we need to hold support areas, of course, for this to pull back up at least $256. So that's pretty much quant. Okay, let's have a look at comp as well. Just a little follow through, because yesterday I was telling you guys that comp was holding support as a king. Now let's see what's been happening since then. Okay, awesomeness. So comp closed above this level. Okay, now there is, look, comp had a nice green candle, which could favor the bulls more than anything else. We could come and retest these levels now. I would have loved it if we closed at least above 56 dollars, like I mentioned I think yesterday as well. But we are above this level. We're kind of holding above this level right now. We do have some new support around, like if I'd see any close below $51, most likely that we pull back to these levels. Okay, we still have positive momentum on the oscillators. MACD is bullish. Like, the strength is not the strongest, okay, on the momentum, but we do have it. There is this bad divergence also building, but it doesn't mean if bulls decide to push that you know, this is gonna become invalid. Like bulls can push the price higher, and we can still see the bearish, you know, divergence keeping on, you know, to develop. Let's have a look at the 4-hourly. We kind of pulled back a little bit, but we're still above this level, clearly. We got some positive momentum on the oscillators. Okay, cool. There, like, look, at the moment, there is some bad divergence, you know, starting to develop on comp. Let's beware. But I like the fact that we're above this level. I'm even gonna like it even better if on the 4-hourly we can see a candle close above $56, and I'm being, you know, conservative. Okay, that would kind of give us a warning that we can, you know, come all the way to these levels at least. 58 to 61 for a start, and then from there, you know, go a bit more higher if the bulls can give us a 4-hourly candle close or a daily candle close above $61. Let's see eventually around these levels. Okay, 63 to 65. Like I told you yesterday, without repeating it, you guys can just look at the show or watch the show from yesterday and you'll see what's going on. On the 4-hourly, we have support around also, you know, 51 to 50-ish dollars. Okay, any close below that level on the 4-hourly, any hourly close also below that level, eventually around these levels. Okay, that's comp. Thing is, I like the fact that we broke above this trend line. At the same time, we are at resistance since we're still below this 56, you know, dollars. So I'd like to see a 4-hourly candle close above $56 for us, you know, to see a bit more continuation to the upside. Okay. So that's comp. We can have a fast glance on the hourly. Positive momentum, MACD bullish. Cool. Like it's really trying to hold around these levels at the moment. But also on the hourly, guess what? Resistance around $56. Okay. So we need to break above $56, guys. Doesn't matter if it's the hourly, doesn't matter if it's the 4-hourly. Like one of those need to give us a candle close above $56. Okay. There is no bad divergence on the histogram really, but on the other oscillator, yeah, we got some, you know, bad divergence just kind of developing. Keep that in mind. RSI rolling over. If we lose the bullish territories, yeah, we could pull back, you know, a little bit to at least, you know, loss of $50. Okay. So that's pretty much comp. We can move on to the next one. Phantom next. So Phantom, guys, the moment we broke above this, you know, resistance, the top of this box, it was good to go. Like we came as high as so far on the prior daily candle. We came all the way to 0.49995, 4995, excuse me. Pretty close to this level that I have here. Okay, pretty much 0.51. areas, we closed with a very strong candle yesterday. Like our daily candle close what was pretty much awesome, okay, for Phantom. We do have this bad divergence, developing though, that one has to be aware of. Like we could, pull all the way to these levels around this box, 0.51 to 0.55. But there is bad divergence brewing. Like what I'm wondering is if with the Bitcoin options expiring tomorrow, volatility, kind of is around the corner. If it kind of, benefits the bulls, we could see like a push maybe in the altcoins as well, okay? Like this one nice push to the upside, and then after that, there is a chance that we have, some nice, pullbacks with many altcoins. Just saying, because looking at things, it is possible. It is possible. This is the second resistance on the daily, guys, when it comes to Phantom. It doesn't necessarily have to come all the way to the box. We are very close to it right now, but I think it could happen. We still have, positive momentum on the oscillators. MACD is still, bullish, okay? On the 4-hourly, I could argue that there are some other things, brewing right now. There is some indecision going on. Bears kind of saying hello, we're still here, like they're trying to do something. If we see any hourly candle close, okay, any hourly candle close above 0.499 and a bit of a follow through, bulls are gonna take over the control completely again. But right now there is a fight going on, okay, that one should be aware of. I think it will complete the box because it broke the resistance line with a big candle. Yeah, sometimes on the daily, yes, sure, but it's not always, because of that it continues or not continues, because when we look at the lower time frames, we see, other things developing as well. Like something like this. Let me just show you, okay? Remember this candle right here? We had a nice strong candle, we broke out of resistance, and then what happened on the next candle? You see what I mean, Mark? Just trying to make you see that that's not always the case, okay? Let me try to find some other moments that happened as well. Right here as well, you see, nice, strong candle, and then what happened next? So one has to factor in a lot of things, It's good that we're discussing these kind of things, because maybe there are people, just because they see a nice, strong engulfing candle, well, not engulfing candle, I take that back, but a nice strong candle that looks like, is favoring the bulls, could kind of lead, to other levels. Thing is, we gotta consider different things, not just, look at one candle. Or get the point, guys? Get the point? So we do have support around these levels, and if I zoom in a bit more, especially the hourly, you guys can see there was a moment where we kind of pulled back all the way to resistance, old resistance, pulled back up. Right now, if we see any hourly candle close below 0.4712-ish, we pull back a bit lower, at least to these levels. Like after that, when it comes to Phantom, I really do not see a lot of. Let me show you where I see the support on the hourly. Hold on, let's draw it for you. Okay, so if we see any close below 0.45, first of all, any hourly candle close, or if we start, breaking down below this level and we see an hourly candle close below 0.47-ish, okay? We could pull back all the way to around, 0.45 to 0.445, very possible. But I think major support is around these levels on the hourly, guys. Okay, like I do not see anything else that could be a bit stronger. Let me pull this down a little bit. Around these levels, okay? And this is also the old resistance level, if you guys remember, this 0.4. This pink line, this is what I've been calling it, the pink line that we needed to break above for us, to see a bit more push, okay? So back all the way to around, the pink line wouldn't be that surprising. So any close below this area, one could maybe look at the 15-minute chart if they want. See, any close below this 0.47-ish dollar. If 0.44, that level doesn't hold, which is kind of half strong, half weak, support. This is the support that I'm expecting at least, to see a bit more, strength come in, okay? So that's phantom pretty much. There's indecision in the lower frames, in the lower time frame. We got MACD turning bearish, negative momentum on the hourly. RSI kind of rolling over at the moment. So we need to see an hourly close at least above $0.5, okay, for this to come and retest this level right here. Fine. So that's a phantom. When volatility is around the corner, a lot of things can happen pretty fast, so good keep an eye on what's going on. By the way, guys, we're gonna have a look at BNB. It's been a while. At the same time, I have some news to you, for you guys when it comes to finance stablecoin BUSD. The market cap dropped, okay, amid solvency and mismanagement worries. Things are going on with Binance. Like every time I think that, okay, maybe they could be fine, then I read some news and I go like, well, okay, like one could argue it's not like it's still not in the safe zone, pretty much. It's a lot of things going on, So the BSD market cap had a large bump on September the 30th. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a large, bump then. That gain came from Binance's decision to forcefully swap the exchange's USDC to its own stablecoin, to BSD, okay? Now, those gains from September 30 on 2022, they're completely erased, okay? They're completely erased. The BSD market cap has continued to fall due to problems with the dollar-pegged tokens management that first came to light in January 2023. Like Binance keeps on pushing, reports that the stablecoin was not fully backed, but investors' fears led to a major, exodus, okay? According to some blockchain analysis, provided by Nansen, the circulating supply of BSD decreased to $15.4 billion on January the 25th. The drop represents a decrease of $1 billion from the previous week and $2 billion compared with December 2022. So a lot of things going on. A lot of things going on with the BSD, concerning BSD, Binance, and so on and so forth. And as we're talking, it's kind of, pulling back a little bit, at least on the lower time frames. In short, what it means is, the news with BUSD, it means that the negative numbers show a decrease in buying pressure. Okay? Like all stable coins are seeing lower demand or inflows, BUSD has witnessed nearly 3x more inflow. If Binance wins the case, it will affect its currency greatly. Yep, if we will see what happens, like nobody knows. There's a lot of uncertainty when it comes to BSD, Binance, and all that right now, so we'll see what happens. Okay, let's have a look at the TA instead now. On BNB, we have our first negative momentum showing. MACD is bearish, just turned bearish now. Interesting, okay. Like, look guys, if we lose this support for Binance, for BNB, if this support is lost, any 4-hourly candle below, close below $295 could lead to us, coming all the way back to around 286 to 280-ish dollars, all the way, between 280 to 286. Just keep that in mind. Looks like I'm gonna show you, like, if we look a bit closer on the hourly and so on, there could be some type of channel that it's following at the moment, but on the daily we had a hard rejection, almost came and touched this level around $327. We came all the way to this, the highest of this candle was around $324-ish. Okay, so $3 away, something like that. Let's have a look at the 4-hourly, and at the same time I'm gonna draw that channel for you guys so you can see visually what I mean. There you go. On the 4-hourly, we got some negative momentum going on both oscillators. RSI is below neutral, not that good, not good for the bulls. MACD is bearish. There is no nice divergence, when it comes to Binance at the moment. Okay. Let's see if support is gonna hold again for the third time. And if you're wondering why the third time, because look at this, 1, 2, if we pull back, get within the box, if it holds the third time, like, chances are getting a bit more minimal, but if it holds, good. If not, see eventually around these levels. Okay, 280 to 286 for a start. And if we don't see any demand at these levels, of course there are other levels, but it's better if we take it step by step, level by level, and see what happens. Right now we just broke below the hard line as well. Like, I do not see that the bears are kind of tired yet at the moment. There is some nice divergence though on one of the oscillators, okay? Actually, both of the oscillators, guys, both of the oscillators. But now we have a problem. We have new resistance levels for BNB. We need to see a close above at least $305 on the 10-minute chart, okay? On the hourly chart, $305 actually, also pretty much the same. So yeah, we need to get above $305. Any candle close above $305, we could go and retest at least, you know, if that happens, that is, see eventually around 308-ish, 309-ish, very possible. But 305 is the new resistance on the hourly right now, okay? So that's Binance BNB. You know, the support levels that we need to hold. If not, we go a bit more deeper to second support areas. And if we can see a close above 311, you know, the next profit taking levels again. We are already at profit taking levels right now at the moment, but next one would be around these levels, okay? Between 324-ish to 334-ish. That would be the next one. Still pretty much the same, okay? So we'll see what happens. But negative momentum, so expect to see, you know, a bit more, you know, downside action. I think just started the downside action. Yes, there is some type of, you know, bull flag going on, but I'm not really, you know, putting all my weight into it right now. Looking at things in general, looks like the bears got, you know, the upper hand at the moment when it comes to Binance. Like, unless I see a daily candle close above $310 at least, I'm not gonna be convinced of anything else, okay? So that's BNB. What's Bitcoin doing, guys? Just so that we have our eyes on everything. So a lot of uncertainty around BUSD and Binance. Well, we already know that. Then we got this Bitcoin, you know, options expiring tomorrow. That's also another major news for tomorrow, which makes me expect, you know, some volatility besides some other things that I'm seeing in the chart. Like, we can't, you know, just continue going sideways and nothing happening. And by the way, guys, Coinbase was fined $3.6 million in the Netherlands. The United States, you know, based crypto exchange Coinbase is fined 3.3 million euros. Not okay, 3.3 million euros or $3.6 million by the Dutch central bank for the lack of registration. Like, there's so, like, the bad news just keeps on going. Like today, I don't know what's going on, but so much negative news. So DNB, well, in Netherlands it's DNB, but the Dutch central bank is fining Coinbase $3.3 million. due to non-compliance with local regulations for financial service providers, according to a report. So that's another thing. It's not long ago that Coinbase kind of closed their shop or something like that in Japan, and now this looks like they're having a bit of a hard time, Coinbase. Like since the beginning of this year, Coinbase has been in the headlines for many reasons relating to its business operations, if you think about it. So this is what, the second or the third news, about Coinbase that is negative. And yeah, the other news was on January the 10th, they announced, Coinbase announced that it will be, cutting 20% of its workforce due to operational restrictions and so on and so forth. Like, I'm a bit tired, guys, excuse me. So my tongue is being tied and so on, but yeah. This was on the same day that the brother of the ex-manager of the crypto exchange of Coinbase was sentenced to 10 months in prison due to insider trading. I don't know if we discussed this. Maybe we didn't. I only spoke about them closing their operations in Japan, but a lot of negative news concerning Coinbase, a lot. Okay, we are gonna have a look at Cosmos next, guys. And Aptos, everybody's favorite, when instead of it being the favorite when it was around $8, now everybody's talking about Aptos. Like, if you ask me, a bit too late to the show, but never mind, we're gonna discuss that as well. News is never reassuring, no, especially not negative news. Indeed, Mark, indeed. Just gonna have a sip of water, guys, and then we can have a look at Aptos. It's on the on everybody's mind. Aptos. So we're gonna have a look at Aptos and see what it's been doing since. It's right here on the bottom right corner of your screen, but we will have a deeper, discussion on the team, what's going on. Looking pretty much bearish after it touched that resistance that I spoke about yesterday. Maybe people were expecting it to go straight up to $30, but it got respected so far, so we'll see what's going on. All right, let's get into it. Aptos. So remember what I told you about this? If we see it, break, I think right now when it comes to Aptos, bears are like clearly coming in. Okay, we kind of have to accept that they're coming in at the moment. We have this doji, as you guys can see, not really, telling us much except that there's indecision, but I have many reasons to think that bears are, about to smash this a bit more lower, at least to, like, look, if this support doesn't hold, I can just, do this. This was old resistance, okay, that is trying to hold up, around right now at the moment. See you back at least around, these levels, around 15.6-ish to $15, loss of $15. Like any daily candle close below this level is gonna help the bears, take this down a bit more further down, okay? Letting you guys know now. Sure, there is on the 4-hourly support is a bit different. You got some support around, the loss of $16, okay? Loss of $16, but if we close below this blue line right here on the daily, anywhere below, 15.6 to $15, this baby is about to go a bit more lower, okay? Like on the 4-hourly, clearly the bears are in charge at the moment. We got bearish divergence at last, because last time before, this pump to the upside, we didn't have any bearish divergence, nothing like that. But right now there is some bad divergence on Aptos. Sell pressure is kind of coming in. We hit resistance. We went what, like this candle went as high as 20.4. The bottom of this, well, the top of this box is around $20.2, so literally 2 cents away, okay? 2 cents away from, like, it went 2 cents a bit higher. So we hit resistance. Like Aptos has respected TA 100%, not 90%, not 99%, 100%. And I could be wrong sometimes, but right now it's respecting TA. Like it's been respecting TA. Now we'll see what happens, if it's gonna keep on respecting TA or not. But yeah, we are losing, the nice strong positive momentum. It's still positive, but it's getting a bit weaker, okay? MACD is still bullish on the 4-hourly. Our site is resetting right now. On the hourly, we have some nice divergence kind of developing on Aptos, just on one of the, no, actually on both oscillators, okay? On both oscillators at the moment. So on the hourly, not that I see that the bulls are coming in or the bears are losing strength, but if this support holds, we see, some consolidation around this support area, and it's still blue because it was, old resistance. But okay, let me just turn it to yellow so you guys are not confused, because the blue boxes are resistance or profit taking levels, and the yellow boxes are support areas, okay? There we go, yellow instead. So if we see some consolidation at this level, we can come back and retest at least, 18.4-ish, 18.6-ish dollars. Any close above that one, okay, fine. Then I'll change my mind. We can go a bit more higher to at least 19.5-ish, okay, dollars. Maybe retest this box, but right now I do not see that Bears are completely tired yet. Okay, I still think we could see the loss of $16, very possible, especially if we close anywhere, any hourly candle close below 17.3-ish, $17.25. That would be a warning sign that we can, pull back a bit more lower, okay? So that's Atos right now. Like how, if I would have seen something like this going on, like us hitting resistance on the 4 hourly, on the daily, I would have kind of, taken some profits off the table pretty much already then. Yeah, bears are here, guys. When it comes to Aptos, bears are here. We will see what happens on the hourly if we get some consolidation and so on, and then, kind of push at least all the way to 18.5-ish, 18.6-ish, possible. On the hourly, that is. I'm not talking about the 4 hourly daily. On the hourly, okay? Any hourly candle close above 18.6, especially, and I'm being, if you want to be a bit more conservative, $18.63, then it could push the price a bit more higher to at least, 19.5, 19.6, okay? So on the hourly, we have some nice divergence, developing. It's only gonna become invalid if we see a close below, let me see now. Yeah, a close below $12, that's all the way down here, guys. That's far away. That's at this resistance, excuse me, support areas, okay? That's way, way down. So that's Aptos. Now let's have a look at Cosmos as well, Atom. Head and shoulders pattern, Aptos, hourly. Yeah, no, I don't see any head and shoulders pattern. Can't see it. Okay, let's have a look at Atom. So Atom respected the, resistance level, profit taking level, okay? Kind of pulling back, we have our first negative momentum on the new day. MACD is just went bearish on us, okay? We had this bad divergence growing on Cosmos, really. Now, a pullback is not really surprising at the moment. Look, guys, we hit resistance. On the 4 hourly, it was clear that after we hit, profit-taking levels or resistance, that bears started coming in, right? Okay. Now we are around, support levels on the 4 hourly, but this could be drawn a bit more different now. Hold on. Just redraw the support area because there's some new development, so I have to redraw it. Here we go. So if we lose any 4-hourly candle close below this area right here to take us to the next resistance, next support, which is around 12.5-ish to the lows of $12. If we lose that one, see eventually around 11.7 to 11.5 when it comes to Atom, okay? But we will see if this one holds. But I'm telling you guys, this is what is the second or third market we're seeing that looking pretty much bearish. On the hourly, I don't see any exhaustion signs from the bears at the moment. Our side is weak, okay? It is below neutral. We have negative momentum on the oscillators as well. MACD is bearish. So any hourly candle close really below $12.6. So I don't have to wait for the 4-hourly and so on. If you want to be a bit more conservative, below 12.5 could easily take us to the lows of $12, okay? That's Cosmos. Simple. Without getting into things that deep. Like if we would have seen any candle close above $13.6, $13.7, we would have seen eventually this level, but that didn't happen, okay? That's why I like to take it level by level, okay? Because if we do not take it level by level, we could be blindsided, waiting for higher areas. And then you lose, well, one could lose an opportunity, to take some profit because one is waiting for higher levels, That's pretty much Cosmos. MACD turned bearish on the 4-hourly time frame as well, not only daily. So 4-hourly bearish, daily bearish, hourly bearish, okay? We have negative momentum on the oscillators. Our side pretty much below neutral. That's it. That's Cosmos, friends. Okay, let's see what this is gonna do. It's interesting to see what's happening right now with Bitcoin. On another note, guys, the FTX creditor list has been released, okay? Just FYI. It's over 100-page, 100 pages long document that lists every entity FTX owes money to. From big tech players to local businesses near its Bahamian headquarters, okay? And the list is interesting. I was a bit confused as to why they were owing some companies like Netflix. But apparently Netflix is also in that list. I don't know why. Like big tech players like Apple, Netflix, Amazon, Meta, Google, Microsoft, Twitter were also included as creditors. It's thick. It's just crazy. And then we have the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, and CoinDesk that were also among the media outlets that were mentioned in the list. Like just when you think it can't get any crazier, it does. And then we had also notable crypto and Web3 related companies that were owed money by FTX. like Coinbase, Galaxy Digital, Yuga Labs, I don't even know what that is, Circle, Bitrex, imagine Bitrex also, into this, mixed up in all this. We got Sky Mavis, Chain Analysis, Masari, and entities of Binance. But the good thing is the 9.7 million FTX customers that had funds stuck on the exchange were not in the document, were not included in the document, okay? So they're still private unless FTX decides to go public with that as well. Oh, they also owed money to multiple US state agencies, and the Federal Internal Revenue Service, IRS, were listed as well. And also other government entities in Japan, Australia, Hong Kong, among others, were also creditors. Like, it's sick. It's just sick. Even Airbnb was included in that list. And many other luxury hotels and whatnot. Like, it's a whole thing. It's a whole circus. A whole circus, guys. But Netflix, I'm still wondering why they owe money to Netflix. Like, how is Netflix even in the list? Why? Guys, by the way, if you're loving the content, do not forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell to be notified in time for the next, session. I don't know why, but I keep on realizing that even though, some are liking and so on, it doesn't show. It doesn't always show. Like, I can't see all the likes and so on and so forth, and it's crazy. It's crazy. It should be showing, but yeah, it's not showing. So for the sake of the engagement and just, to push the channel, just to see that everything is, in order, smash that like, guys. Smash that like button, because I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's YouTube's part or something, but not always showing. Besides, if you love the content, it's just something that one should do. It's about giving and receiving, right? So guys, today so far we've had a look at Quant, Comp, Phantom, BNB, Cosmos, Aptos. I guess we can have a look at Litecoin as well. Why not? Remember what happened on Coin Squid Game? Wait, Coin Squid, or you mean what's the name of the show? I forgot it. Squid something. Squid something. You mean that TV series? Is that what you're meaning, Mark? We can have a look at Solana as well after Litecoin. Okay, so we still can't, get above this $90. It's kind of stuck there. Litecoin just stuck for some reason. It's not, doing much. Like I said last time, we need like this purple line. Not just, a daily candle close a bit above it and then no follow through. It happened, what, once, twice, three, like, 2 times. It happened 2 times. We close above it, but nothing, no follow through at all. Next candle, we flip back down again. This is not what you want to see. You want to see a bit of a follow through, but look, the nice thing is when it comes to Litecoin, we kind of, came, this resistance is around, $94. We came all the way to 93.2-ish, okay? Literally just $1 away, nothing more, okay? So not bad, Litecoin. Looks like we are holding some type of support right now at this level. We could pull back all the way to, $84, 84.5-ish. We do have some support, okay? Daily negative momentum on the oscillators. MACD is bearish and so on. RSI kind of going lower and lower. Okay, we gotta go back to Bitcoin, guys, because well, let me just finish with Litecoin and then we can go back to Bitcoin. But I see that it's I guess volatility is here already. I mean, things things are starting to happen and the day has just begun. Bitcoin is at $22,600 at the moment. That was fast, super fast. Anyways, Litecoin. Or hourly. Yeah, if this support doesn't hold, guys, if we can't hold around $84.5, we could go a bit lower, okay? We could go a bit lower because we don't have, much holding us really on the daily until around 80-ish, loss of $80, very possible, okay? So we have support between 84.5 to $83. If that doesn't hold, loss of $80, very possible, okay? For a start. If that doesn't hold, see eventually around these support areas between $77 to $73, okay? Just putting it out there right now, immediately, so everybody's aware. So that's Litecoin, friends. Now we can head over to Bitcoin, which is doing things at the moment. Yeah, Mark, what were you saying? Squid Game? I think the name of the show is Squid Game. I think something like that. Or are you talking about the coin? I don't know if there was a coin called Squid Game. Maybe there was. Will support hold for the third time in 20 minutes, guys? We are gonna get a new hourly candle. 20 minutes. Like so far, just before we were talking, like just before this drop, we were talking about how Phantom, Aptos, Cosmos, and so on and so forth look like we're giving the balls to the bears, and then suddenly this happens. The name of a famous series that did the currency and that was scam. Yeah, Mark, yeah. A lot of things like that happen in crypto because it's not that hard to make a coin. Well, not make a coin, but create a project, scam project, and create a coin for that, and so on and so forth. And people unfortunately buy into anything. There are coins for football teams like PSG and whatnot. There's Trump coin. There's so many different coins. So yeah, I've heard about it. It's very normal in the crypto world. Very normal. Unfortunately, it shouldn't be that normal, but yeah. They took advantage of the name of the series and the currency made great profits, and then the currency was destroyed. Yep. It's one of many, Mark, one of many. It's really not the only one. Many, there are many coins out there that are straight out scams. Like, you have to be able to do your own research and filter out the good from the bad. A lot of bad actors, in the space, taking advantage of people that don't know any better. And some people, they know better, but I don't know. They want to make, 1000x, 100x, and so on and so forth. So they take the risk. They take the risk. There was a coin called Wi-Fi, something like that. I think 2 years ago, something like that. It was around $90,000, or I don't really remember. Hold on, let me just have a look at it. Look at this one. Look at this one. It was more than Bitcoin. It costed more than Bitcoin at one point of a time. Like it was around $95,000. $95,000. Okay. Right now it's around $7,360-ish at the moment. $95,000. Not even Bitcoin, went that high. 95. I repeat, it went from 3,800 something, okay, in August of 2020 to $95,000 within 1 year. 1 year, okay? Madness. Yeah, look at this bull flag. That's why I was saying, like, yeah, there was a bull flag, but I'm expecting things to go a bit lower because things were looking already a bit bearish. So this bull flag got, disrespected. It didn't work out. There you go. It's nice to spot those things, Mark. Like I said earlier, it's good to keep an eye and see what you can find and so on, but market was pretty much looking bearish. So that's why I didn't think this would hold, but it was there. It's a good thing to spot, but we came all the way to this level for now. So for educational purposes, it's good that we discuss it, but yeah, things were looking pretty much bearish. And the day has just started, like the options have not even expired yet. Yep, PSG and many others, like many others are coins I would never ever ever touch. Like touch. It's too risky. Too risky. I told you guys yesterday, like the fact that we couldn't close above this one and we needed to see this a close above this area, you know, ASAP. Volatility is here, fine, good. The BTC options have still not expired. You know, I still, you know, think it could, you know, favor the bulls, but volatility is definitely here. Like, do not be shocked if we wick down and we wick up and stuff like that. That has happened before. It's Bitcoin. It can go nuts. So we'll see what happens. Of course, if we close below certain levels, for example, i.e., you know, below $22,000, I am gonna be changing my mind, but until then, we'll see what happens. We started this show almost when? 2 hours ago? And already then we spoke about this being possible. And yesterday already, guys, I did tell you guys, if we cannot see a close above this area ASAP, it's more likely that the bears are gonna have the balls, you know. But volatility is here. Volatility is here. Volatility is definitely here, and options hasn't even expired yet. By tomorrow or by today, okay, after 8 I think it's 8 a.m. if I'm not mistaken. Let me have a look. Yeah, if BTC price remains above 22k, 21,800, 22k at 8 a.m. UTC, okay, then the bulls, there is like a bit chance that the bulls are gonna be okay, but we'll see what happens. It's gonna be interesting. Okay, let's have a look at Solana as well. If Solana goes all the way back to around, you know, the loss of $22, I wouldn't really be that shocked right now. We have our first, you know, negative momentum. Yeah, like if we lose, look, if we close anywhere on the 4-hourly below this level right here, $22, then okay, fine, we could, you know, pull back a bit more lower to at least, you know, 21.4-ish to really all the way to around 20 point, well, loss of $20, okay, possible. Like on the weekly, it's still not looking that bad. It's pretty much like this for Solana, okay? Any 4-hourly candle close or any daily candle close above 26, it's eventually around, you know, 28-ish dollars for a start, okay? 27.5 to 28 still. But right now, very, very, very short term I'm talking about, okay? Looks like the bears are in control. We'll see if support holds, of course. MACD just, you know, went bearish. Negative momentum on the oscillators for hourly as well. Hourly sell pressure is coming in. There is no nice divergence that could favor the bulls right now at the moment. MACD also bearish right here, like, yeah, guys. We'll see if $22 holds, okay? Any hourly candle close below $22 will eventually take us a bit lower to at least, you know, 21-ish for a start, okay? I'm gonna be cleaning all this, well, not all of it, but some I have to clean up so chart can look clean and tidy for everybody, right? So that's Solana. Let's have a fast glance at Zen as well. Zen broke below the trend line, that support that we had. Still holding at support though, okay, funny thing. But any hourly close below 1892, see eventually around this level right here, okay, 1816 to 1780. Well, really 1816 to 1700, wouldn't be that surprised, okay. There is some nice divergence on Zen, but look, guys, we gotta get above this trend line for anything to happen, you know, for us, you know, to at least, you know, go and retest levels of 2000, 2050, okay, and then eventually, of course, this area right here, any hourly candle close. above 2000 could lead to this, or 2050 if we want to be a bit more conservative, okay? So we've had a look at Zen, Solana, Litecoin, Cosmos, or Atom, BNB, FTM, Comp, while Bitcoin is giving us that volatility that, we were expecting, so good. Also, we had a look at Quant, which was looking pretty much pretty weakish. Well, at least when we were talking about it. Yep. I'm glad we caught it, before it started happening, whether it be Bitcoin or anything else. Cool. We see a close below the lows of 22,000, guys. Yeah, then a deeper correction could be on the way, especially 21.8. This level right here, this red dashed line, 21.8. Expect this to go a bit more deeper in that case, okay? Let's have a look at Dodge. Let's just go across the market and see what's going on. Dodge at support at the moment, okay? Just letting you know. Fears are in control, but we are, close to support levels more than anything else. Let me draw a box for you so you guys are aware. And I'm just, gonna go through, across some markets, but only on the 4-hourly, not the daily and so on and so forth. There you go. 4-hourly support on Dodge right now at the moment. Have a look at Polkadot. Like Polkadot, we don't have any support really until lows of $6. So this kind of still has room to go a bit more lower. We got resistance around 6.5, 6.6-ish. Any close above that level could lead to us, coming to at least, this area again. Or start at least, but yeah, Polkadot. Bearish divergence, still positive momentum on the oscillators, but just looking at the 4-hourly, could come back down a bit more lower, okay? Lows of $6. If that doesn't hold, see eventually around 5.8 to 5.5. Like, look guys, I said volatility is incoming. It came a bit too fast, but it's incoming. The Bitcoin options are set to expire sometime today. We will see what happens. If Bitcoin starts, finding support and pulling back up, all these, levels, or well, all these markets that we're looking at could hold their first support areas. Like, this is second support. First support around, loss of $6 when it comes to Polkadot. And the other ones just go back, just replay the show and see what's going on. In general, what I'm trying to say is the first support areas could hold for many of these altcoins if Bitcoin, gets some strength, okay? And things start, favoring the bulls, at least, after we see the Bitcoin options, expired, okay? That's one scenario, okay? Just like we spoke about the 4 different scenarios that Bitcoin could have at the beginning of the stream, okay? That's Polkadot. Let's have a look at Gala. We are also at support for Gala. So any hourly candle close below this level, 0.46-ish dollars, could bring, Gala a bit lower to around, 0.42 to 0.45. Really, all this is, still support. I'm just being a bit more specific, okay? Just being a bit more specific. So any hourly candle close below 0.046 could bring us a bit lower to these levels, okay? This is the 4-hourly support. If this doesn't hold, see eventually around, these levels, 0.04 to 0.036, somewhere around that level, okay? Gala. Hourly resistance is first hourly resistance is around 0.049 to, let's just say 0.05 to 0.052-ish, okay, on the hourly. Any close above 0.052-ish take us a bit higher, retest current highs. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, let's see if these first support, levels hold on many of these altcoins. If Bitcoin also holds this critical support area, this first one, it's held 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Question is, will it hold again? It's been respecting it so far, but we'll see what happens. Right now, I do see that bears are still in charge, pretty much. Unless something new develops with this new candle, but bears are pretty much still in charge, guys. On the 10-minute chart, we got new resistance around $22,900-ish dollars. Okay, any close above that level could take us a bit higher to at least 23,080-ish, 23,100-ish dollars. So we'll see. Like God, I was gonna make this stream short and then Bitcoin decides to bring in the volatility. Just when I'm talking about it. Well, thank you, Bitcoin. Thank you. Because I'm pretty tired, guys. I'm pretty tired today. Okay, let's go ahead and look at some other things as well. Near, at resistance, breaking down. We got support, you know, coming in close, okay? Negative momentum on the oscillators. Yeah, if this doesn't hold, see eventually around $2 to 1.9-ish, okay? You know how I like to be specific, right? So on the hourly, like any hourly candle close below 2.38, we can't, you know, be too specific. Like I gotta be, you know, flexible. I always try to remind myself I gotta be a bit flexible. Like you can't be too on the dot. It's impossible when if you want to have, you know, the best TA. You gotta be a bit flexible, you know. Shake it up. Anyways, if we close below $2.38, then we can come and, you know, test these levels. Okay, 2.3 to 2.2-ish dollars. Just saying, but in general, any close below this area, 2.23. See eventually around the loss of $2 to 1.9-ish, okay? Sometimes it's just, you know, that I'm maybe, you know, looking at shorter, you know, trades, very, very short time frame trades. Then I like to have those hourly support levels and so on and so forth. Negative momentum on the oscillators, of course. MACD bearish, RSI below neutral on the 4-hourly too. Looks like the bad divergence is kind of playing out right now at the moment. We hit resistance. Like, look guys, let me remind you, near, just like Aptos and some other few altcoins out there, near was one of the, like, we gotta, you know, clap for this one because TA was respected. And guess what? We caught it at the bottom. We caught this one literally at the bottom. Not when it was here, but already at these levels. I was telling you guys, like, keep your eyes close when it comes to near. Very close, okay? Now we are at resistance. We are being rejected. Bears are coming in. It's okay. It's fine. Because guess what? 120% in 26 days is not bad. Gotta say thank you, merci, and move on. So that's near, cool. Let's just have a look at Bitcoin at the same time. So I wasn't planning on looking at, you know, more coins, but so far we've tried to look at Gala as well. Near. What else, guys? Chat, do you remember? What else do we have a look at? Right, Polkadot. The market decided to do things while I'm going live. Like sometimes it's crazy. Sometimes you talk about something and it happens, you know, straight away. Just after you talk about it. Guys, if you're loving this late night stream, because where I am, Europe, it's 3 a.m. guys, 3 a.m. Consider, smashing that like, hitting that bell, subscribing, sharing with the people who love to learn and want to learn and enjoy, trading and so on. For 20 a.m. mark, yeah, we are really going for it. We should literally be in bed, so yeah. So it's just an hour later where I am. Well, I mean earlier, an hour earlier. Like, I'm too tired, guys. I'm too tired. Just trying to keep it up. Right, we had a look at BNB too, right? Yep. Hello. Are the bulls trying to defend their territories right now? Yeah, Mark, I think we have to call it a show because I'm too tired. I'm too tired. Like, I'm gonna have a snack. Try to take a shower and stuff and then just go to bed. I'm pretty tired right now. We'll see what happens. We've discussed, many things today. It was a good show. We discussed some news, in the crypto, well, about the crypto space and what's going on with the FTX, the BTC options expiring, the FTX creditors list, Coinbase, all this news around Coinbase, BUSD, Binance stablecoin. It was a nice show, a good one. Thank you all for tuning in. It was, as usual, awesome. I hope you have a great day tomorrow, and I'll be back tomorrow with some more traditional TA. Until then, take care, stay safe. Much love to all of you, and I'll see you on the next one. Good night.